Hello guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. Today again with the Valeton GP-5. So I have here my iPad and it's connected to my Mac because it went out of battery, but I'm screen recording so you guys can see it on the screen as well. And today I want to talk a little bit about the NAM profile. So basically in this configuration here, you have your typical noise suppressor and preamp, modulation, delay, reverb, etc. And then you can load your own NAM profiles. Now this unit comes with, I'm going to grab this page, just put the iPad aside for a little bit because I don't want to get wrong numbers. So they're calling them Snaptone. Okay, Snaptone basically is the same in this case as a NAM profile. And it comes preloaded with 50 curated files with a maximum storage of 80 files, so that's a lot. Then you have another patch, 50 factory and 50 for yourself. Now, one thing that I did not understood, and I have some presets already dialed in that I decided to make using not just the first two ones that you heard are from the unit itself. So I'm going to give these patches away for free. It's a clean tone, I can show you right now. And then more of a solo tone. So if I scroll here on the pedal, you guys can't see the pedal, but anyways, this is my supposedly called Heaven Clean or something like that. And the next one is more of a solo thing. And you guys can see here I'm using Beth GT Overdrive. I don't know what this amp is, but anyways, and the cab here, a small cab 2x12, some distortion, some compressor in this case. And then the ping pong delays. Okay, so now already imported some NAM profiles and the other ones are already in here. So I'm going to click here where it says JN Big Solo and I have a Mesa 2C+. Now this one, as you can see, the cab and the amp, you cannot see my fingers probably, are grayed out. So we just have this icon and here is where you choose to be the Snaptone. And then you choose your amp, already did that, a Mesa 2C+, okay? And then I adjusted the parameters of the amp because they come all at 50%. I had a distortion box and that's pretty much it. And it sounds like this, really heavy. Yesterday I was playing with my Solar and it's tuned in drop D and it's really, really heavy. So right now I have this sound, a Mesa Boogie, 2C+. Really heavy, and if I have a more down-tuned guitar, you certainly can hear that heaviness. Then I have, when I click this arrow, a Mesa GP3. I think it's based on John Petrucci. Correct me if I'm wrong. Lots of distortion, but at the same time, kind of reminds me of the Glasgow Kiss, you know, Kiss. So this is a very good starting point. If I can play this. Very fast gate, nonetheless, also tweaked some parameters here on the amp and put an overdrive in front. It can't get much heavier than this, man. So this is my second patch with neural amps. Then I got a third one called, it's a diesel amp actually, and it continues to be very heavy. And I thought this kind of reminds me, you can dial this to have like a Metallica type of tone. I haven't done that yet, but definitely very heavy. Now, the thing is, I'm going to go click this arrow on top again, and I have GP-5, all right? Now, this is where you load your NAM profile. Now, the only thing I don't understand here, and please correct me if I'm wrong again, since I've been looking into the site, I haven't spoke with them about this yet, but I have to, in order to know a little bit, because on the manual it doesn't really say. So I'm going to NS, click NS, okay, here. And the first snap tone that comes is this 14 DST. Now I believe they say on their site, if I click here, I don't know, import snap tone file. You can import your own, of course, but you can see kind of the names where a twin reverb, a matchless, mesa. In this case, DST, I don't know what amp this is, okay? But the thing is, automatically the amp, of course, it's blocked, and the cab is also with this signal, it's also blocked. But it doesn't seem to me that, because you know, NAM profiles, some of them are complex rigs where you have like the amp, the cab, and all that stuff, and some of those and some other ones are just the amp, so you need to add your own impulse response. This one seems like it's just the amp, because if I play it the way it is, doesn't sound right? Okay, so what I can do here is going to cab, engage my cab, and go for a small cab. I don't know if it lets me engage the cab or not. I'm testing this for the first time, but I can see that it doesn't, because although I did put the cab like this, it still has that signal around it that makes it impossible to choose a different cab. Like, for example, I'm going for a Foxy cab AC30, and there are no differences in tone. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong here, but I think everything is correct. And because if I go to amp and click amp, even the amp doesn't affect anything. So I'm going to assume that this is the tone of this amp. I don't know. But it seems like you're dealing with an amp that has no cab. I don't know. But regarding other, you can go here and put, for example, Foxy 30. More volume. More gain. And this one probably will do some justice. Let's test out some others. Nope, cancelled, that's not what I want. Let's test out some others so we can try to see if it sounds good. Let's go for the Mesa Mass GP channel 1. Channel 1 probably is a clean channel. So let's go for other one, because the heavier ones sound really cool. Let's go for, Rock 2 Overdrive. So more volume here. We need more volume. Where is the volume? It's here. Now this sounds okay. More treble. More mids. And gain. And then you can sculpt your tone, of course. You can add some reverb to it, like plate reverb, high quality stuff, studio effects, delay. Now, of course, I have my Strat behind me, because I could find here some, more vintage kind of sound. And maybe I'll change guitars. UK 800. So let's see if it sounds as we expected. Let me disengage the effects, reverb and delay, just the amp. I'm going to increase the volume because they're all at 50. Increase my bass, my treble, my mid, everything, and the gain. Now I have some noise. If I put a distortion in front of this, it's sounding right. So I'm going here again and going back to my I think something different, like a twin reverb. And I'm going to disengage the guitar. So I just press here like this to engage the tuner. So in theory, yeah, there's no problem with that. I'm going to put this guitar somewhere here. And I'm going to use my Mike McCready signature Strat, not the original one, but you guys know what I mean. And see if this makes any justice. So I think it's in tune. The tuner, by the way, works really well. Really, really accurate. You probably can't see right now from the camera, but it's really good. Okay, fair enough. So now we have twin reverb. Let me increase the volume. The treble, mids, bass. Let me disengage my distortion. But we need more volume, so probably a compressor. And now the amp is almost, it's only on 100% volume. Let's add some reverb. So it's totally different tone. Of course, you can sculpt this even more with EQ and stuff like that. But I'm more interested just in the amp. I'm going to turn off the pre. And what can I do for this to have more volume? Only if I go to the EQ, turn it on, and increase the volume. Now I can put this. Oh, it's already in front, so it will not affect the tone. Let me see if I can get here like a plate reverb, not a plate reverb, a spring reverb. Okay, trail on mix. A lot of reverb, but I want it to be more of a slap echo. So I'm going to decrease the decay and increase the mix just to see what happens. Less mix, of course. You can do this and emulate totally a spring reverb if you have like a pre-delay, something you don't have here, because if you engage a pre-delay like 100 milliseconds or something like that, you'll get that really, really, really spring reverb type. Let's try another reverb, N star. This is very bright. But let's stay with this one and just change the amps right now to different amps, those who are not very metal thing. Bass, middle, treble. So basically, oh, it's already clipping. I didn't know that. Let me just reduce the volume here. I just hope the other ones I'm going to check out here on my Mac didn't clip, because that's not good. Let's go for another one. Probably, what else? Sweet Drive. this one I have to reduce the volume. Can increase the treble, mids and gain. I have to check if this is not clipping. Now you know there's a world of snap tones. If you scroll down, there's a lot of empty ones. They're the ones you can import. Now using Kettner, I don't know. I want to try something a little bit more. There's also for acoustic guitars. I don't know which one is. Bass and Mesa Boogies again. UK DSL. Let me just see if it's not clipping. Let's check out another one, a few more before I end the video. What else? Something that's juicy, like this one called Juicy. And if I want to use this tone, I'll put a little louder. Making some adjustments so I can say that I'm going to use this tone totally, and room's reverb. Mix. Some other reverbs I noticed have some modulation to them. Mix. Very small reverb. Let's go for a large plate reverb. Not so much decay. I can go for a booster, like, you know, even a green overdrive. And I can also put my tone, like if I go into DQ, increase here my mids, and try to get more of a John Mayer tone. Probably have too much gain. Volume, let me go to the amp and reduce the gain. Also reduce the treble, more of a dark tone. You can have like a compressor. And then your picking dynamics also will be important. And I'm using, I don't know what amp this one is, but let me try Soup Dual. Seems more like it. A little bit more bass. Now it's better. I'm just not liking the reverb. All reverb, spring. This one is very dark. Without EQ. With EQ. Turn down some mids. So basically importing your own NAMM profiles, you have to have them in your iPad or whatever tablet that you have. And then when you go into, you can rename here just by clicking this. You can't see what I'm clicking, but you can rename the preset here. I'm not going to do that now. And then these three dots, you have import, export, rename, or delete. If I click export, this preset was be-modified, we want to change, okay. And then he goes into recents. The thing I've noticed here, at least in iOS, is the fact that it doesn't allow me to, I mean, at least I haven't done that. For example, put a new folder here, called GP. Where's the symbols, man? I'm taking too much with this video. I'll cut it down. There's already a GP-5 folder here, somewhere. Oh, it's here. Okay. Open. Please export file to. So what I'm trying to explain this before ending the video is it only lets me export to inside the actual iPad or iPhone, not on the cloud. Okay, so maybe I'm doing something wrong, but I already tried a few times. It didn't work out, and then what I had to do is going into my iPhone and download those presets that I just saved into my iPhone, so I can export them into my Mac and then share them with you. That's what I just did yesterday, and I'm gonna leave a link below the video where you guys can download these 2 patches already made for the GP-5 and try them out for yourselves. But as long as I can see, you cannot really upload them to the cloud, I think, at least yet. So jury's still out on that one. I don't know what happened. Regarding drums, if I play here, it's come from here, but if I click here, BT audio not connected, I'm going to Bluetooth and just click here. Now it's connected. Going back to battle, it's going to go into there. Oh, not connected still. Where is that? Oh, it's here. It says connected. Don't know why it's not putting the sound on my computer, but I'm trying to do my best here. Connected. Everything is connected, and still, Jesus Christ, there is no sound. I don't know, probably because this is connected via USB-C. That's why it's not going into there. But they have really great drum tones here, because you can see rock, funk, breakbeat, drum and bass, ambient tones, really very, very cool stuff that you can use to record your own tracks, man, or use it to practice, anything like that. So that's the video for today about the NAMM profiles, and hope you guys enjoyed this video. It will be another one with other stuff here, but for now it's already too long. Many thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done so yet, and stay tuned for the next video on the Valeton GP-5. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers!